All right, I want to address something here that I've actually had, a few people reach out to me about. This is Charlie, and I've debated at times whether Charlie's a male or a female. Certainly gone through a molt or two, but Charlie's a free roamer, and Charlie lives in these little slots up here in my arrow garden. And Charlie is by far the healthiest and most active and most interactive of all of the spiders that I have. And I know that Tarantula Kat in particular was confronted recently by, frankly, I think someone who was an online bully, but about keeping them captive and so on. And I have mixed feelings about that. There's keeping them captive and keeping them safe. I love my little Border Collie Aussie mix. I don't think that the best solution for her is to just let her go free in the streets. And yet I don't want her to feel confined, and I wouldn't put her in a kennel all the time either. And I kind of want to make sure that's not what I'm doing with the spiders either. There's a balance between finding a safe place for them and providing for their needs and keeping them confined in a way that limits their ability to explore and, expand their curiosity. And they're certainly curious. Where'd you go, baby? Oh, there you are, right there. And the thing is, if I let them all go, just to roam my house, most of them are likely going to die, and more likely than if I continue to care for them. And yet I do want to provide this balance of getting them out on a regular basis, letting them explore tactile surfaces and colors, and making sure that they have an enjoyable life, like taking my dog for a walk and making sure that we have time outside and that we can, metaphorically speaking at least, play ball. And keeping them in cages all the time as almost goldfish, I just don't think that's part of their makeup. They are explorers, they're hunters, they like to go out and jump and play, and they need that space. And so again, for me it's about finding balance. The enclosures I have are, I would say, adequate, but if I don't get them out of those enclosures on a regular basis, I don't think I'm serving them. And I think it's important to pay attention to what it is they're looking for. If they seem lethargic, where'd you go, baby? Good jump. If they seem lethargic, I think that's something to pay attention to. And there's a worm down there for you, right? So meeting their needs is important, but meeting their needs just in a cage I don't think is sufficient. And I think giving them spaces to explore and to play. This is why Charlie has been probably one of my greater exercises in keeping them, is providing a safe space, giving her the freedom to roam and explore. So I'm going to focus on her there. And still providing for her needs to the best of my ability. Come on now. There you are. She's got lovely coloring and so on. And she's, you see her kind of grabbing to get hold of something here. She's actually built quite a bit of infrastructure. You'll see her little drag lines and so on. And she has drag lines all over this arrow garden that she's kind of created for herself. You gonna go back up in your little spot? But she's very healthy, and she has just hung out here. She's got a safe space. She's staying in that safe space. She's not restricted. Hang on. There you are. And again, I don't know if I could do this with all of them. And it is a tough call to balance that risk of letting them go and letting them die for lack of food or water or whatever, and keeping them kind of, I guess, for lack of a better term, incarcerated. And I don't want to do that either. You know, having had quite a few dogs in my life, I found that kenneling can be an advantage, provided that's not where they're kept all the time. And what you'll see in my videos in particular is that I do take the time with each of them frequently to first place their enclosure near where I'm working, to have them have exposure to light and sound vibration, and you know, but also to get them out and let them explore, you know, spaces and textures. And to me, that's as important as it would be with any dog that you have. And it makes a difference in how they fare. And so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts of the moment.